YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video is going to be an unboxing video. Well, kind of a reveal because I opened it in my car once more. I was not patient, but I did wait until I got back home so that I could show you with excellent lighting, at least pretty excellent. I know sometimes the car is nice because I can see things with natural light that I can't see here in my closet. But I have it all wrapped back just like YOOGI'S had it packed, with the bubble wrap, then the tissue paper, then the bag that's plastic with the YOOGI'S dust bag inside of it, and the bag inside of it, and the dust bag inside of the bag. If that's not confusing enough. Anyhow, this bag is another fail, but it's not an epic fail like the one from YOOGI'S closet. It's not a bait and switch. It's not a scam. Nothing dramatic like that. I will tell you that the YOOGI'S closet situation is ongoing to some extent. I feel a slight amount of uncertainty because I received an email from them yesterday after I shipped the item back. And they said in the email that they were sorry my bag had not arrived, that UPS had deemed it lost, and that they had already refunded me for the bag. Now that is really confusing to me because UPS did not lose the package. So I don't know why they put that in the email other than that possibly they wanted to refund me sooner rather than later. So once I see that refund come through, I'll feel better about the whole situation. And I also want them to receive the bag before I feel like it is all complete and done with. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about what's inside this bag or box. So as you can see, we've got the YOOGI'S dust bag. They haven't always been sending the dust bags lately. I'm not sure if they maybe are saving them for items that are not final sale. This is not a final sale item, so I am able to return it, which I plan to do, and I'm going to show you why. I have one of these bags already in the beautiful porcelain rose shade, and yes, that means that this is a Gucci because that is one of their colors. So as you can see, this is a fabulous, beautiful, wonderful shade of green. I don't have anything this color in my collection. And just looking at it like this, it looks pretty amazing. One thing that they did in their photographs is they took a picture like this, one at an angle like this, one of the back side like this, and then one of the bottom. They also took one of the interior. Now on the back side, there is a fair amount of creasing right here from the flap being opened and closed. And that could be seen on their photographs, but it didn't look as bad as it does in person. And I may go ahead and pop some pictures in as I'm talking because when I took it out in the natural light, or when I had it in my car in the natural light, some of this does look different than it does here in the ring light, which tends to blow things out a bit. My major issue is the sides. And that's something that YOOGI'S often does not photograph. And you can see here that I have a lot of denting in right there. And then I have the flap is coming like to a point. And this is stuffed. If I unstuff it, it gets worse. But this side in particular is something I'm just not happy with. I don't like this, and I don't like how pointy it is. This bag was said to be in great condition, and they didn't really talk about this loss of structure in the description. And so, you know, that was kind of a surprise to me, but they were super efficient with the return I did of the Dionysus bag. I mean, they refunded it within a couple days of me shipping it back, which is awesome. There's also this little tiny scuff, and I don't even know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a scuff right there on the corner. That was shown in their photographs, and it is like really, really small. It may not have even picked up on the camera. I was thinking that I might try to fix that with a little bit of marker, because I have some art markers that are high quality, or possibly even trying Resolene on that spot to see if I could bring back the color from underneath the scuff. But it is so tiny, and I don't know, I can't hardly see it. So I might have not done anything at all had I decided to keep this bag. For me, this bag just feels a little more worn than I would have liked to have seen it. It was listed in great condition, and so far the bags I have received from Rebag that have been listed in great condition have been like new, with maybe a tiny cosmetic defect that really was hard to find. This is more than a tiny cosmetic defect for me. It is a major loss of structure and shows significant wear, in my opinion. If you look here at my porcelain rose Gucci Marmont in the same style, you can see how rounded the flap is on top. You can also see how the base is spread out. It looks like it's much wider, but that is because it's not smashed in like the green one. And I'm not putting any pressure on the sides of the green bag. If you wear these bags crossbody, this flattening that has happened to the green one is a lot more likely to occur, because the way the grommets are laid out, the back two are what pulls up on the bag, and that leads to this being pointy. What I've done to counteract that within my Gucci Marmont in the porcelain rose shade is I have an organizer from Joyinbag, and this is a very structured organizer. I showed an organizer by this brand just recently in my Croisette bag, and you can see like it is not floppy at all. They have a ton of structure. The pockets are more functional because of that structure. They don't feel great. They're kind of, I wouldn't say necessarily scratchy, but they're stiff. But I feel like they do way more for a bag that needs structure than any of the other organizers that I have. Also within this bag, I have a base shaper, and this is from M Boutique Australia. And I think that this is needed in this bag as well, because when I just put the organizer in, I can still squish it. And you can see right there when I squish it that that line starts to form. And I don't want that line to form. So you might ask, what would happen if I put these two things, the base shaper and the organizer, inside of the green Gucci? Within this bag, they did say that there were light scratches on the interior of the flap, and there are a few, and I'm not sure if they will show up, but they are very minor. There was also a significant scuff on the interior lining, and looking at it, I can't find it. I found a few hairs in there, but that's about it. I didn't find anything like that. So let's go ahead and put the base shaper in and see what it does for that side. Just the base shaper by itself did help a tremendous amount, as you can see. That is a huge difference. And now, you know, if you go to squish it, it doesn't squish in like it did. If you put in the bag organizer on top of the base shaper, then you have a whole lot more structure. You can see it's still warped. It's not perfectly smooth because that leather has been bent in a way that it's just not gonna probably totally come back from, but it's much better. My issue is the pointiness of the flap. This flap, the way it's bent, from being probably worn crossbody or maybe even being smashed under the arm, it's just not going to come back from that bend. When I open and close this bag, you can see it's not bent in the same way. And I'm careful. I don't fold it back way far, causing that crease in the back to happen. So I would say, you know, if you are interested in this style of bag, getting the organizer that I have, getting the base shaper that I have, especially if you buy the bag new, it's really a must, because you see what's happening here? It's really a must. It makes a tremendous difference. And the other thing you can do to protect your purchase is when you open it, don't pull this all the way back. And I don't want to pull this all the way back even now, because this is not my bag. But whenever I open it about like this. So the full extension is only about that much. Now you can see it's denting in when I do that on this bag because it has that crease formed, and that crease is not going to go away. But when I open this bag a similar amount, I don't have that same kind of crease. It's just not there. I get a little bit right here and right here, but I don't have that line across the back of the bag. And to me, that means that that Gucci bag's flap was bent all the way back to get that line the way it is. So I love my porcelain rose version of this bag, and I guess I was just wanting to get one in similar condition to this. And you saw just now how my porcelain rose one kept its shape even when there was nothing inside. This is what's happening to this bag. You see how the bottom sags down and the sides are just kind of a mess. It's just not for me. I mean, it's still pretty. I think I would have, in Rebag's definition of their rating system, maybe describe this as a good or a very good, but not a great, at least not compared to the other bags that I've got that have been in great condition, including the Fendi chain bag, the Valentino in the pink Roman stud, and then also the Dionysus was in great condition, and I think it was almost new when I got it. And then the baby Nikki, it was in virtually new condition. On that one, there were 2 tiny specks of color loss on the YSL on the front, but other than that, I could not find anything that I can remember wrong with that bag. And that's the kind of things that would bring a bag from Rebag from excellent condition down to great. When you have a teeny tiny little scuff on the hardware, that's something that you might do the first time you wear it anyway. This bag here, this is something that happens over more time than just wearing it once or twice. And that's why it's just not for me. I like my bags to feel new. And so that's what I'm searching for when I'm looking on the pre-loved market. I hope this video has been informative and helpful to you. If it has, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there's the same. It's the @ then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there, or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.